All right, all right. Good day, everybody. Greetings to everybody. Okay, I am going to teach you a simple math problem. The problem that I'm going to teach you guys, I found it inside the 2022 June question paper. The question appeared in question 1. So as you can see, I've already wrote down the problem here on the board. It's solve for x problem. Okay, let me help you solve the problem and let me also teach you how to solve the problem. Alright, looking at this solve for x equation, it is easier and much simpler to solve it. What we'll do is x squared is equals to minus 4x. So when it is like this, what you do is that you'll try to bring what minus 4x on the left hand side of the equation. What you will do is this. I'll suggest you start by writing equal sign, and then because we want x and we got x squared, we just rewrite x squared here on the next step, and then look at our minus 4x. Our minus 4x, it is on the right side of the equation. So we want to put it on this left side of the equation. So our left side and right side of our equation, it is separated by this equal sign, right? So we want to put x and put it here and turn it over to the left hand side of the equation. Since it is negative here on the right side of this equation, the negative is going to turn into positive because we are taking the minus 4x to the left side of the equation. So it's going to be positive 4x. Then our equation is going to be equal to 0. So when it's like this, when the equation is like this, so what is the next step when the equation is like this? Or the next step is simple. We are going to look at a common factor that appears between both these terms. Here on x squared, we got x inside x squared. Here on 4x, we got what? X also. So our common factor here is x. Here is x. So what are we going to do next? We are going to write our common factor here, which is x. We are writing it here, and then we open brackets, right? When we open brackets, we are going to the next thing that we are going to write is the value that which we're gonna multiply x by to get what? X squared. To get x squared, we have to multiply this x by x. So here is our x by x, or x multiplied by x, still gives us x squared. So the next sign here is positive sign. So what you're going to write here, it should be the value that we should, is what we should write here actually is the value that should give us 4x if we multiply it by x. In order for us to get this 4x, what should we multiply this x by? We have to multiply this x by 4. X by 4 gives us this 4x. Then our equation is still, it's equal to 0. So this step here, right, that we got here, it should be the step that if we were to reverse it back, it should give us this preceding step right here. So what I can say is that if you didn't understand this step clearly, I can also use another way of explaining this step here on this side of the board. So we got x squared plus 4x is equals to 0, right? This is x squared plus 4x is equals to what? 0. Okay. So I'm going to rewrite this equation in a way that is equivalent to this equation again, right? X squared is the same as x by x plus 4 by x is equals to 0, right? X by x, my people, x by x gives us x squared. 4 by x gives us 4x, right? So we all can agree that x squared plus 4x is equivalent to this equation that I've rewritten down below this our equation right here, right? So what we should do next is we look at this. X is common this side. Here there's x, here there's x, and on this term there's x, on this term here there's x. So this points out to us that x is common, right? So when x is common, it's our common factor. We write it down here again, and we open our brackets. And then what is the value that we can get x squared? What is the value that we can use if we multiply it by x to get what? X squared. So the value is what? It's x. So you see, the question is solvable. So our sign here is positive. What is the value that we need if we multiply it by x so that we get 4x? It's simple. The value is 4. Then you close your bracket. Then this explains this step that I've just taught you about. So, the step that I've just showed you. So when the equation is like this, so when this step is like this, the equation is like this. So it is pretty much solvable when it's like this. We just go like your x is equals to 0. This x will be equal to 0, and then we'll be left with this or x plus 4 is equals to 0. So if we are solving this equation, so this just gives it off, like our x right now, come on, it will be what? Minus 4, negative 4. So again guys, these are our answers. Alright guys, much better luck next time. Goodbye.